AJ here from Majestic Entertainment News, and on the phone I have Billy Bryan. Am I saying that right?
Billy Bryan.
Billy Bryan. And he is the amazing special effect artist who's worked on such films as Ghostbusters and Species 2. Which, by the way, those are like 3 of my favorite films, I have to say. So, I am very excited to talk with you today. Since we have a big Ghostbusters fan convention this weekend, I have to start with Ghostbusters. Tell me first off how you got involved with the project.
I had been building still suits for Dune.
Okay.
And I had hired some folks to help me. And one of those folks went, Linda Frobos had been helping build some of those still suits. And she went to Boss Films to sculpt on Ghostbusters. And when they asked her if she knew somebody who could fabricate the costume and also portray the character, she recommended me. And I went in, talked to them, and they said, "You got it."
Now, I saw on your IMDb page that you had something to do with the Marshmallow Man. Can you explain to our audience what your involvement with that was?
Okay, the Marshmallow Man specifically. I was asked to build the character, to figure out how to make it feel like an actual 112 and a half foot tall Marshmallow Man was walking down the street of New York City. And so I started playing with some foam, figuring out, at first we tried carving, then we ended up stretching a piece of foam over other shapes of foam. So if you need to do that, that's how you do it.
So no marshmallows were harmed in the making of this movie.
Oh, I can't say that, to be honest with you. While we were working on it, we arranged an entire tray of marshmallows and blowtorch just to see what it really looked like, paying attention. So, yeah, they screamed horribly. It was very sad.
But the character itself was all foam.
Yes, that's true.
Wow.
Well, not all. There was this actual meat puppet on the inside. That was me. I was moving the thing around. And actually, a lot of the space inside is hollow. Mm-hmm. I had room to put books in. When sometimes I would stand there on stage while they were lighting around me, and so I'd have the costume on around my waist and just be standing there reading a paperback, waiting for them to suit me back up again and get going again. And I just dropped the book inside, and there was plenty of room in the library.
Wow, that is amazing. Well, it sounds like it was fun to be the Marshmallow Man.
There are a lot of definitions of the word fun. Some people don't think that sweating their butts off and smelling like a sock is fun, but I find it to be entertaining.
Now, when you were working on it, did you think the character would become as iconic as it has become?
It's funny. There's no way to know that sort of thing. We always dream that our character will be iconic and associated with something that lives forever. Some of us, well, I'm the luckiest guy in the world, so I got one.
Wow. Well, you're talking to somebody who has a Marshmallow Man pop figure in her office, so...
Oh, that's nice.
It's really funny, because when they said who I'd be interviewing, I was like, oh my goodness, this is like an icon. Now, the other thing besides Ghostbusters I have to ask you about is Species.
Oh, yes. Go ahead, ask your question.
Okay, well, let me first ask you what brought you to Species 1.
I was at Steve Johnson's, who I met doing Ghostbusters.
Okay.
He opened a shop and hired me to actually on Ghostbusters. He and I argued about how to build the Marshmallow Man. And he had a way of doing it. I had a way of doing it. We went back and forth, and finally, when we looked at it, it turned out that my way, which wasn't his standard way of working, it did work out, and so he started reassessing his opinion of new ideas. And so he started bringing me in on more and more things. And on this particular one, he told me to come up with something new, and so I started playing with plastic bags, and did a lot with them, and including the cocoon effects in Species, the growing the creature, various parts of it are made from polymer membrane technology, we call it, also known as plastic bags.
Like I said, it's like one of my favorite movies. Do you have a favorite moment on set on Species 1?
There were so many great moments. The train birth, of course, stands out as an interesting approach to an effect. It was upside down. Remember when she's born on the train?
I do. Yes. Wasn't that a young Michelle Williams?
Oh, before, yeah, that was Michelle as well. Yes, I certainly made her cry. She had a makeup on that had buttons underneath the makeup and strings attached to the buttons, and as we pulled on them, the little snake-like shapes started to pull out, to grow out of her face. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Can
yeah.
you picture it?
Yeah, I can picture it. I can.
But this foam latex, very subtle, a little bit fat makeup is glued down to her skin, and we're just yanking on it, pulling this rubber out. And of course, well, she's acting like it hurts, but I'm afraid it may have also hurt. But she survived to go on to do some amazing stuff. Yes,
it was worth it, the little bit of torture.
I hope so. I feel bad about that moment.
Wow. Now, what about Species 2? What can you tell me about your work on Species 2?
Oh my goodness. We made a barn full of 30 or 33 cocoons growing the Species creatures. But of course, they all got torched. I think, something like that. And the Patrick monster, the hair on the Patrick, made out of coils of wire and plastic bags again, and air power. It was a fascinating little project. Anyway.
That sounds fascinating.
You remember Men in Black?
I do, yes.
Do you remember Grouchy?
Yes.
Don't get too close to him. He's grouchy. Is the line that precedes it. And Tommy drags Will away from this transparent creature that's leaning in, and that was me inside of more plastic bags.
Now, is plastic bags your go-to on set?
Well, it became that for a while. It was funny. I mean, I hadn't been working with plastic bags, and then suddenly saw something that could be done with them, and I guess I use them a lot. I keep finding new ways of doing things with them.
Wow. Now, I have to ask you about this upcoming convention on Saturday, since I know that's why you're on the phone with me. This is the Ghostbusters Fan Fest on the Sony lot.
Yes.
What are you most looking forward to this weekend?
Oh, well, I always love seeing the fans.
Yes.
It's great to be there and get told you're wonderful. But to be honest, I never got to meet Dan Aykroyd.
Really?
I never met Sigourney. I never met Harold. I met Bill Murray while doing the Kimmel. I built a quick Stay Puft suit to be used on Jimmy Kimmel's show when they had both cast, the girls and the boys, before the release or around the release of the Answer the Call movie. And so I did get to meet Bill Murray. He was very nice. But, Dan was there, but I didn't introduce, well, what do? You run up to him, hi!
I can understand, yeah. Well,
So I have my resume online on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
You should check it out.
Okay.
It's a resume rap. It's under Bill Bryan's resume rap.
Okay.
On YouTube. Spell Bryan with Bryan.
Uh-huh.
And you can either say apostrophe S or not. It works both ways. But Bill Bryan's resume rap, and watch that, and you'll get a hint as to some of the things that I've done in my career. It's kind of fun to watch.
Well, that sounds great. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, then.
Is there other social media that you also want to tell us about? Or any upcoming projects or anything else you want our audience to know about?
Oh, wow. Let's see now. Well, for one thing, I get to play with a band. My band is called Rich Uncle Bill and the Dailies. And just Monday night, we played at a club called Bar Lubitsch in Hollywood. We may do it again there sometime soon, or some other clubs around town, too. You'll have to just pay attention.
Okay. Well, that sounds great. Well, do you guys have like a Facebook page?
We do. It's under Rich Uncle Bill and the Dailies, and I'll have to be more diligent about making sure that I put down upcoming dates on there.
Well, that sounds great. Well, we'll have to look out for you and your music.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
I'll also, let's see, I'll be going to, where is it? Gettysburg at the end of August, beginning of September, that weekend right there. There's an event, I forget what it's called, but I'll be there autographing and doing that sort of stuff. I was invited to Amsterdam, but the event fell apart, and so then I was invited to Germany, and the event fell apart. So I don't know. Maybe I'm bad luck. No, of course not.
No.
I won't take responsibility for everything, even though when they ask, "Are you a god?"
Well, hopefully we'll also see you at some other local, California cons. I know Long Beach Comic-Con is a big one, and LA Comic-Con, I'm sure, those ones, I don't know if you're local to LA, but if you are...
Yeah, I am. Sometimes I at least walk through the Monster Paloozas.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
For me, that's I call it the two-step festival, because all the buddies from all the shops are there, and you can't go 2 steps without saying howdy.
Yes, yeah. We've been there, I think, twice, and it is quite amazing to see everybody and to say hi.
Yes.
So, all right. Well, thank you so much for talking with us today, and
It's my pleasure.
Yeah, you do amazing work. So, big fans over here at Majestic Entertainment.
Yeah, keep your eyes open. You'll see my works. The tricky part about my career is that while the work is underway,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not allowed to talk about it.
Yeah.
And so it's only in retrospect I say, remember. It's kind of like that.
Yeah, I can understand. I do want to ask you if you worked on the new Men in Black, but I probably shouldn't.
I didn't. I think I can tell you about what I didn't work on.
Yes, tell us all the secrets.
I think I'm allowed. I turned out that I didn't work on the new Dark Crystal, although I thought I was going to, but then I didn't. But that's the great thing about when any great big job gets going and everybody gets hired, then I get my pick of the other jobs.
Well, am I allowed to ask you if you're working on the 2020 Ghostbusters?
You're allowed to ask, and I can't answer.
Oh, okay. Okay, he can't answer. Well, it sounds like we might have to be calling you after the next Ghostbusters, so then you can talk about it.
Well, I hope you have.
Do you think there's going to be some surprise guests on Saturday?
I hope so. I bet that there could be. It's a definite possibility, but I don't want to guarantee anybody that I'm not in charge of.
I can understand that.
I'll be there. I'll surprise you if you like.
Well, that sounds like a good enough promise to me.
I'm even going to bring some of the latex hands, the marshmallow hands that I've been making, laboring away in my studio, and they'll be available. I'll autograph and talk them to the highest bidder, sort of thing.
Well, that sounds good. We will have to
and
make sure to get
I'll
some
have
photos.
Pictures of some of the various shows that I've worked on that I'll autograph if folks are willing to fork over some cash.
Well, that sounds great. I'm sure people will be.
I look forward to that too.
Well, all right. Thank you again so much for talking with us. You're such an amazing artist. It was really such a pleasure.
It's very sweet of you to say. I appreciate it. And be sure to check out my resume, and then you'll know more of the items on it.
Oh. Okay.
I was only able to put together 3 verses of it, but because I didn't think anybody would sit through the rest of my entire career. So maybe I'll do the extended version later.
Well, that sounds
It keeps
good.
getting added to anyway.
Yeah, it sounds that way.
All right. Well, this has been a jolly time. I love talking with you.
Love talking with you too. We will have to talk again. Probably after the new Ghostbusters comes out, if you're willing to talk about it.
We'll see what I can say.
Okay. All right. Well, enjoy your evening.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye.